Now your microclimate forecast, presented by Bill Howe. Here's meteorologist Carlene Chavis.
I noticed just in the first few hours of today, you could feel that wind picking up, and that feeling in the air that always makes all of us a little nervous.
This time of year especially.
And that's the thing. We're talking about an onshore flow now, and we already have dry conditions with that, especially for the inland valleys and the mountains. The coast, it's a little moist out there because we have the marine layer moving in. But as soon as tomorrow morning, we are shifting gears and we are talking about winds picking up even more, even drier conditions to add on top of what we're already dealing with. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside over the harbor. It's looking pretty good. We do have some coastal low clouds that have moved in. 67 degrees for downtown. Winds out of the southwest at 9 miles per hour. Relative humidity is at 70%. You're going to see in the models that humidity, even for downtown, taking a dip into the 20s as we go into the next couple of days. So we are talking about cooler air in place for today. So a strong onshore flow brought in some cooler air looking west towards the coast from Otay Mountain. We have some of those clouds out and we're starting to see them moving in. They will quickly dissipate by tomorrow morning into the afternoon hours because of the wind event. 24 to 36 hours. Southern California has to brace for Santa Ana winds, and weaker winds will arrive by the weekend. Also some cooler temperatures. So the area of high pressure, Santa Ana winds, it's associated moving in behind a storm system, so cold winds. But the catch is once it moves past and over the mountains, right along those coastal mountain slopes, that's when it starts to warm up. So warm air, dry conditions, and also windy conditions west of the mountains. Temperatures for the mountains and the desert, you will have the windy conditions and also being dry, but your temperatures will stay below average over the next couple of days. Talking about that moisture, onshore flow will continue into the early morning hours, late night hours. We're into the 90s and 80s right along the coast. That green indication, we will have that lingering moisture around. But you're also seeing the dry air that will be in place. And as Marcella said, you can already start to feel in spots that it is dry, and so we're taking even more of a dip and turning bone dry as we hit Thursday. We're talking single-digit percentages with the relative humidity, 8% for Ramona. This will be at 8% for Alpine. This will be at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. Also talking about the desert, down to 6%, Escondido at 8%, 9% for Poway, and then even further because we'll have another wind event that will take place, so peaking again, and that will be on Friday morning. So leading to a dry afternoon. Down to 5% for El Cajon, 4% for Ramona. This is dangerous territory when you have dry conditions like this, as well as warm temperatures, and then also talking about those wind gusts that could potentially get into the 50s. Also talking about the 60s right along the coastal mountain slopes. We're talking 14%. That will be for downtown, and that will be by noon on Friday. So we really have to be on alert over the next couple of days. Taking a look at our 8-day microclimate forecast, temperatures will climb west of the mountains. 80 degrees for the coast by Friday, upper 80s to even potentially low 90s for the inland valleys by Friday, but cooler by the weekend as onshore flow resumes, and by next week, calmer winds as well as more seasonal temperatures. But because it's still cold winds, it just warms up when it moves down the mountains on our side, especially west of the mountains. We're talking below average tomorrow. That will be for the mountains as well as the desert, and then warming up by next week.
All right.
Mixed bag. Thank you so much, Carlene.
You're welcome.